Make sure you keep it down. I'm finna be on live, all right?
You ever seen it?
Yeah.
Joanne tried to put you on with the lady.
Oh, yeah. That's here?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know how to share this.
They need to be real. Why don't you put this little bit like it's
I just thought you
liquor or something?
wanted it. That's gonna be your look.
I'm gonna say real.
Okay. I don't actually.
You only let me tag people. I don't want to tag people. I want to, like, share it.
That's Instagram or TikTok.
What's up, Uncle Yule in it? Tyrese said, hey. Come say hey. He probably ain't seen you in a while. Hold up. Tyrese finna come. Look at him. Hey, Uncle Yule. Look. You see that he got tattoos and everything. That boy, he think he a man now. I'm trying to wait till a couple more people said they was gonna hop in. I don't mind repeating myself, but I'm gonna wait till a couple people get in. Y'all set a timer for the eggs? Set like 10 minutes. Or like 7 now. People come in and leave. I know I'm getting old. Man, we trying to make it, man. I'm trying to put people on and help them start a business, run a business, and, you know, run the money up a little bit. Different ways to do it. How I did it. That's all. I'm going to try to go live once every other day, once a day if I have the time or the energy to do it. Just try to give people free game. Me and Tyrese supposed to be trying to come to Miami. I don't know when, probably before the summer's out. We want to come to Miami. I don't know how to share this, like, to let people know, because I think I can do it. Hold up. Let me see. I don't want to invite random people. Oh, let me get Eric in here.
No, I knew that was gonna happen. I've been seeing it. They started off with something. My homeboy sent the slow girls on.
Oh, Patrick.
But you figure
I know it's late. People probably busy. It's Friday. I'm the only person that be home on Saturday night.
even if they don't get to everybody right now, once you know you can share it as a post.
Yeah, that's why I normally do TikTok, because TikTok throw random people in there, and if people ask questions, Facebook, you gotta like know the people, or it's gotta pop up randomly. He said, Uncle Gil said you look like your dad. He said he be watching the clips every day. We try to post at least one a day. I want to start posting more. I just didn't want to like saturate, but some people say they like it, so we might give that a shot. Like run a trial. Of course, we're gonna stop by. That's gonna be like our first stop. Oh, mom's in here. Hey, mom. In a little bit, I'm just gonna start talking because I know it saves like a video, and then I just share the video afterwards so people will have a general idea of what the video, my lives are about. So when they come in later, they'll know next time I post I'm going live, they know what it's about. I invited some people and wait to see if they respond first. I like TikTok. I'm probably gonna do this for a little bit and then go to TikTok. But I'm gonna do this video first. And what I want to touch on today about on the business and starting off is it's not always about who you know, it's how you know them, and it's always good to have a network. And I touched on this last time about connections, and you can do it by yourself, but it's easier to do it with the group. Everybody tell you having a group, having people to help out, and not even if it's with the physical work. If you word of mouth helps. When I first started, a lot of my, because what is it called? I'm drawing a blank. Shoot. Why am I drawing a blank? Dang. That's crazy. As the word's right there, but I can't think of it right now. But when you want to get your name out there, a lot of mine came from people just talking about me. It's word of mouth, and a lot of people pay for advertisement. A lot of people pay for advertisement. When you have a company, you have a budget set aside for advertisement. And in today's age, the internet is key to growing your business. And I used to do a lot of stuff for people I know, and sometimes I'll do it as a favor, and they will post like a picture of me doing it, and they'll post it on their page. And you gotta understand, when somebody, family, friend, customer, when they share you that's a whole nother group of people that you would not reach on your own. So if you know 500 people, and the person you're doing work for knows 500 to 1,000 people, when they share your stuff, you're reaching an audience that you would never reach. And sometimes it helps to be kind. Well, all the time it helps to be kind, but sometimes it helps to be nice when it comes to like charging people. If you know people are going through it, you know what's going on in the world, what's the ups and downs of life. If you see somebody's condition and they look like they're not able enough to pay full price or the high prices of today's society, cut people a break. I used to call it my make a friend. And when we had our shop, we had a big old shop. We had 10 employees, 6 or 7 trucks at the time. And people are coming there all the time, and you can tell that they weren't doing well, or just if we were doing good enough, we'll help people, we'll bless them. We'll be like, hey, I call it my make a friend. And they will refer people to me. They will come back and spend money. They'll tip, all kind of things. Like, it's so many ways that you can grow your business, and it's not all with just accepting payment. And you need to, in today's age, it's a dying thing, but bartering and horse trading can help your business grow as well. You can offer a service, and then they can turn around and help you out, and it saves you money at the end of the day. And you would lose that by charging full price. You'll lose that by being arrogant, not being open-minded. And it's just good. Like, when I started, a lot of my customers came to me. When I quit the company, they would go to the company and realize I wasn't there, and they would call me. Like, I didn't reach out when I quit and I cut contact with that company. I didn't reach out to their contract, because what they do a lot when they fire somebody or somebody quit, when they fire somebody and somebody quit, they'll send an email telling everybody that they're gone. They didn't do that for me. They did that for another guy, and it ended up backfiring on them, because when they did it, a lot of people started calling him. But I quit before he did, and I got people calling me, asking me where I'm at now, and I told myself, it's been like eight years ago. when I quit, I'm never working for anybody else ever again. It's just so much better to own and or work for yourself. And I would push that to anybody to attempt to find a way to get paid. Doing something you like would be ideal. They say if you do something you like, you won't work a day in your life. I do something I'm good at. I can't say I don't like tires because I find entertainment in it, but I have skills doing so many other things, so that's why I try to branch out and do other things. But right now, tires pays the bills. But you can apply what I'm telling you to multiple businesses, multiple types of businesses. You just have to, working hard is a part of it. A lot of people think you own your own company. You can take days off when you want to. You can do what you want. That's a perk, but you have to build your company up to the point where you can do that. A lot of people think, like, I'm gonna give you an example. Some people have seen when we get checks in from like selling tires. Tires are expensive. We still have to pay for tires. Somebody will see a check for $5,000 that a customer will send in. All that money, it does not retain into the business. You have to pay for those tires. You got insurance. You got employees. You got, like, if you have a building, you just got to overhead. You got to pay attention to overhead and everything that has to come out of the company. So even though that $5,000 check looked good, then once you paid $3,000 for tires, and then everything else that comes out of that, it's still good money, but you just have to make sure you do enough work for it to make sense. Because some days when you own a business, you're responsible for all the income that comes in. You work at McDonald's, you work at Walmart, you work at all these places. They have people that's in charge of making sure money comes in. When you own your business, you're responsible for the money that comes in. So if you have, like, another friend of mine named Gordon. He owns a tow truck company. He's a good friend of mine. We invest in his company, and he knows that you can have $50,000, $25,000 in your bank account one day. 2 days later, after you paid everything, $5,000, you got $1,000. You know, it goes fast, but it's the life of being an entrepreneur. That's why it's good to have multiple sources of income. It's good to invest your money, because people will tell you save your money. That money, not only does it depreciate because of time, everything depreciates. The money, let's say it's a rainy day fund and it hasn't been invested, and you put 10 grand aside, and something happens and you can't make money. You're gonna constantly pull away from that money until it's, depletes. So I just encourage people to invest in other things. It is good to save, but like, don't save everything. You need to save or put it in that's another conversation about like the Roth IRAs and the savings accounts that builds the longer it sits there. It's different things to go into detail about, but this is just the basics of when you start a business. When you start a business, how to grow it from the beginning. And last time I touched on getting the LLC, and I can't tell you what to do, but I encourage people to build a clientele before you get an LLC. Because you open up an LLC, you got to deal with the taxes. You got to deal with in Florida, we got fictitious names you have to renew ever so often. And you get the LLC out the gate, and then your business don't go nowhere because you don't have a clientele. Most people just think, I just need to start with an LLC. Start building beforehand. Build that clientele, build the business, build your brand. If you're selling clothes or something, you want to get that, what's the word? I think my mom knows. When you gotta, it's like copyright, and I can't remember the name of it. For copyright purposes, you don't want nobody to steal your ideas. Certain things you need to do that. But if you just like I think I got my LLC early. That's why I can tell people you don't necessarily need it in the beginning. But I got it early because that's what I thought I needed. But as you work in this industry, and in any industry, you work in the business industry, you understand a lot of aspects that you didn't learn. And I've been in it for 8 years. I've been around it almost my whole life. My mom always owned a business. So I just encourage people, even if you have a 9 to 5, trademark. Thanks, Mom. See, I knew she knew. you got to trademark something if you got like a clothing brand, or if you're gonna invent something, you need to be able to trademark it so nobody won't steal it. But I would encourage anybody and everybody, start something. Like if you're working 9 to 5, always take an hour a day to work on something you want to do. Invest in yourself. That's all you have to do. You really should invest in yourself, especially the way the time's going. You need to invest in yourself. Build your business before you get an LLC. Build it. Make sure it's something you want to do. Make sure it's something you're comfortable doing, and make sure you can benefit from it. Yeah. I had a couple people that were supposed to ask me some questions, but I don't know how to share this. I don't know if he was talking about me or Tyree. But yeah, I'm trying to get on here at least once a day so I can give advice to people. I got a couple people that they reach out to me on my inbox, and it's just, I'll be so busy, it's hard to break it down to everybody individually. And in the oven, it's hard to break it down to everybody individually. I will work with people individually on building in their area. I got a couple guys call me. I sat down with them and I helped them and point them in the right direction on what's in their area. The whole process from the ground up is how I help. So like, I got a guy who's in Ohio right now named Patrick. He's been a friend of mine for a long time. I helped train him how to change tires. He got out of the tire business and he moved to Ohio. He called me because he's seen the videos and he wants to build his business up there because his friend has a shop. So the way I work is, you tell me the area, what's around it, what's the competition like, and what type of business you want to be in, and I can map out the groundwork and the foundation for you to get started. And I can help because I know so many people out of the vast years I've been working and the networking I've been doing. And I'm not a people person. Everybody think you gotta be a people person. I'm not a people person. But people seem to like me. So if you have a tire shop in Ohio, because I know people that travel all over, I would try to see if I can get you in the talk to the right people when it comes to getting it shipping. Because I work with a lot of people that ship from other countries, lower freight, cheaper tires, make more money off of it. And I will get them connected with them. And then once they get it established, they get it to the point where they can buy and sell tires. I help them, advertise. I advertise here, advertise for them there. And I'll do some sales if I know people in the area, or if I can get tires shipped from there to here. If I got somebody coming this way and I need tires, I can buy tires from them. There's always, you want to build a network of whatever it is that you're doing. And I'm trying to, it's a lot to talk about, and there's a lot of ways I can talk about it. So I'm trying to break it up into parts to where I won't overwhelm anybody, or if somebody needs to ask questions next time, they can start and then ask questions next time. So I'm only going to be on for I'm trying to do like 30 minutes a day until things pick up. If this becomes lucrative, where people start needing more questions answered, then I'll be on more often. But right now, I like TikTok better, because TikTok will push it. People see, that's the thing. If you're an introvert, you have to find a business. Okay, this is what I touched on the other day. I'm gonna give you an example. That's the part of being a team. If you feel like you can do your job or something you do behind closed doors, do it behind closed doors and pay somebody else to push your work for you. And if you do, what type of work do you do? What do you feel like is your passion? I should fix this chair. I don't know if my internet's slow, or you just not typing. See, digital art is a prime example of not having to talk to anybody. You can literally create an AI avatar that can make sales for you. It is that simple. So digital arts, you can literally just talk to people through online because it's all digital. And when you do digital arts in this day and age, your work, you just have to put your work out there because people will reach out to you. You don't even have to like pay for advertisement. You don't even have to go to nobody and try to sell yourself. Thank you. You don't have to sell yourself. You just have to put your work out there. And it's ways, because there's times to post, there's ways to post, there's different people you can tag into your post. And when you do this, and when you're posting and you do this, people will come to you. It happens all the time. And in your case, if you do digital art, if you draw, if you make banners, if you edit pictures, you do that for other people for free. So like you'll pick somebody's picture. If you feel like you can make a picture fire, you can turn them into an anime character. Go online, find somebody with a high influence. Prime example would be Kai Cenat or somebody over there in that area. Take a picture of theirs that they like, digitize it, do something, whatever you feel as though you're good at, and you'll send it to them for free. Or if it's digital, you send it to him in an inbox or something, or you keep tagging him in it. You'll share it and tag people around him and tag him. Same, anybody you see, anybody you know that has a high following, you just do that. You keep doing that and you send it to them. One day somebody will recognize you if you're good enough. And if you design shirts like from scratch, if you design clothes, there's streamers that literally try on people's clothes and rate them. You just got to be prepared for the backlash if it's not good. So, but you got to prepare for the backlash if your material isn't good. So, but if I try to tell my brother, because he design clothes. If I was designing clothes, if I had a design, I would get the sizes of all these YouTubers. People like, why you send them free stuff? Because they'll shout you out, and that is advertisement. So it's not free. You're literally paying for advertisement. So if I had a clothing company, I would get what I consider my best designs, get them in different sizes, get them different materials, and then you send it. And you send it off for free. It's an investment. You're investing in that possibility. And you send it to different people. And if they like it, they'll rock it. If they don't, they don't. But it's an investment. So if you do, like I said, digital arts, do stuff on your free time that you feel like somebody will like and you send it to them. That's how you do that. And then on your page, just make sure if they come to your page, you got your other art posted. You make sure you have ways to contact you. You make sure you have, just make sure your page look professional. That's what you need to do if you do digital arts. Oh yeah. So if you into like anything, any type of business, it has the same foundation. Like it's ways to push it. You just need to know what you want to do, and you have to do how much time it takes to make it. You have to do how much profit you can get from it, because return on income is like the most important thing with any business. You need to know how much you got to put in it, and you need to know how much you can get back from it. That's why I tell people to build your business almost in not in silence, but away from like the LLC. Build it so you know, all right, I make this amount, I got to put in this amount, and when I get an LLC, when I pay taxes, I'm gonna have to pay this amount. But you want to be able to build with you can have a 9-to-5. Anything after your 9-to-5, it's depending on what you want to put into your business. I had a 24/7. Like when I stopped, yep, return on investment, exactly. I was gonna say ROI, but I say ROI. Some people might not understand it, so I put ROI. I don't say ROI, but it's return on investment. And once you figure that out, then you'll know you can map out your taxes. Even though there's people like when I first start, I got my shop, and I think my first month we did like 50,000-60,000. I was like, yep, somebody else need to take care of this. So I hired can't remember the name of it, but it's a syllable. But they take care of your taxes, and they don't do your billing, but they just take care of the taxes portion. So they'll see how much you made, and they'll be able to do your taxes. Mine used to be quarterly, but we was making so much money at the shop, we had to do it every month. They was like, oh yeah, we can't do the quarterly thing anymore. We got to do every 18th or something like that. And things went, and that was a big burden off my shoulder. But that's further down the line when you get established and money start coming in. But I would suggest build your business, build your clientele off the radar as much as you can. Save up for your business. And a lot of people don't understand your business funds is your business funds. You got to separate business from personal. You can't just, let's say you invested $1,000 into your business. You get a check for $1,200 and you're thinking, oh, I profit $1,200. No, you profit too. That $1,000 got to go back. And then you still got to prepare for anything that happens, any rainy day that happens between now and your next paycheck. And I'm basically in sales because I sell tires, install tires. That's one of the businesses because we have the lawn service. Me and my mom and my siblings have the home restoration. Then we got the pressure washer. It's just different things that we're invested in. We sell food sometimes. We used to breed dogs. So like all of it has the same thing. Whatever you put in, like we spent at one point, don't judge, we spent like $2,000 on a dog. Okay. But it was an investment because we know how many, when we get a litter back, how much we can sell each puppy for. So it's the same thing. We buy cars, we flip cars too. So you buy a car for about $1,500 from an auction, turn around and you put $500 to $800 in it, right? So it's like $2,300. If we sell that car for $4,000, the profit isn't $4,000. We got to take off our whatever we spent plus labor and then the process of selling it and all of that. So that's one thing a lot of people don't understand, and that's how a lot of businesses fail in the first year or two because they don't know how to separate the business funds from the personal funds. And I just want to help people understand that. That's something I want to help people understand. Where's your PP? I want to help people understand that, and that's why I want to be open. Look at my dog. Yes, I want to help people understand. Stop. And I want to be open so people can ask questions because a lot of people don't answer questions unless you can buy a book or you got to pay them. It's just a bunch of stuff, and it's just like it shouldn't be that hard. Everybody should help everybody in some way, shape, or form. Ian, look at that. I don't know if y'all can share this, but I don't know how to share it. But I think I'm gonna just I don't want it to be too long because when I share it, because I think Facebook saves the lives. I'm gonna share it so people can rewatch it. So I want to touch on those subjects because I want to help people as much as I can. And a lot of people will tell you, oh, go get an LLC, get 3 credit cards, go to the bank, get a loan. It's that easy. It's not. It's not that easy. It's definitely not that easy. They'll tell you that all day, twice on Sunday, but it's not that easy. So I just want to be able to help people build that foundation and help them. And like when I first started, in order to get my credit was decent. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. So I had got a secure credit card, which means that's your own money. And it was only like $200. So I got secure business debit and not secure. I had put $200 in my business debit and I got a secure credit card for like $200 at Navy Federal. Not Navy Federal, ViStar. And I just ran with that and built that way. But I did have my LLC, but you can get like certain, depends on where you are. In Jacksonville, you just need like a fictitious name. You gotta do a fictitious name thing, and then they'll let you get a bank account with your business. And then depending on what your business is in. If your business is in sales, when you get an LLC, I don't like you got to pay taxes even if you don't make any money. You can get out the kitchen. You can when you do your taxes, you can say, oh, I didn't have any money this time, but you can only do that so many times before they want to like audit you and make sure, you're not making any money. So that's why, if you got a good 9 to 5, thanks, Mom. But if you got a 9 to 5 and it pays pretty well, go ahead and get the LLC because it does help when your business is open a certain amount of time, and they do look for your LLC when they want to see how long your business has been open. I just tell people when you get an LLC, that just opens you up to the government, and their eyes will be on you. So it all depends on the route you want to take. But having a business open between a year or two, it will allow people will trust you more. But if you get that secure credit card, then with your credit union, I like credit unions over banks. If you get a secure credit card with a credit union, you're building a relationship with that credit union. So if you need anything, ViStar has programs for tools, cars. I feel like they got one of the best when it comes to cars. You just got to make sure you have a decent credit or a decent track with them if you want to apply with them. Because even though they do have the better, I feel like they have the better programs. If you got bad credit or if you ever like had owed them any money, it's kind of harder. So it's all about taking your time, building your foundation first. That's very important. Make sure you got a clientele, make friends, because like, that's what I spoke about this last time. A lot of people dealt with me because they liked my character. They liked how I did business. They liked how I treated them. I made everybody feel like a priority. I made sure if I'm doing okay and I see that they, you know, if I know the business, I know the tire business, I know times are hard sometimes, and if I know this person personally and I'm like, yeah, I can tell, or I know this person ain't make that much money, I'll give them a deal on the tire, or I'll give them a deal on labor. If I can give them a deal, I will. And that has brought me to having customers for 8 years. And I'm in charge of billion-dollar companies now because I helped out one person when I was probably on the couch or getting ready to be on the couch relaxing, and they had an emergency, and I was the only person that was willing to go out there 24/7 and go help them. I helped that business run. I helped that business make money. I helped them when they were in a sticky situation, and in turn, I'm the first person they call when they have a problem. And that alone, it says a lot. When they can call anybody they want to. It's a billion-dollar company. They can, you know, they'll pay anything, but they would rather pay me. And sometimes I'd be like, well, I can't get to it right now. I'm fine with sharing the wealth. I'd be like, call somebody else, call this person, or I'll refer them. That's another thing I do. I refer people a lot. So if somebody else can make $1, I'll let them have it, especially if they're in my network, because it helps me out at the end of the day. I'm not the type of person that just be stingy and be like, no, I do it all. And sometimes I be like, I can't get to it. They'll be like, no, I'll wait for you. Like, well, it might take a couple hours. No, it's okay, I'll wait for you. I was in a rush, but I'll wait. And that's because I built that relationship with these people. So I would suggest starting in the beginning, build your foundation, build a relationship with these people. Don't just treat them like dollar signs. I was with a company. I was buying tires from them. I spent over $100,000 with this company, over $100 grand. The people that worked there left. I think it's upwards of almost $250,000 I'm spending at that place. I can look. I got a drawer full of receipts. So I spent over $250,000 at this company, and all the original office people left, and they had a new guy there. I knew him, but I didn't know him that well. Every time I came in, he treated me like a dollar sign, and I didn't like that. So I stopped going there. They lost that business because it's all about, at this point in time, it's all about relations and how you treat people. If you treat me like a dollar sign, I don't have to go to you. I can go to somebody else. But it's getting too long. I'm going to try to be on again tomorrow, or tomorrow we're cooking. If I be on tomorrow, y'all going to see me on the grill because I'm cooking tomorrow, like probably most of the day tomorrow. I don't got to leave, so I'm probably going to be home. But I want to answer questions, so if y'all want to inbox questions, I'll answer them the next time I'm on. I'm going to write them down, and I'll answer them next time I'm on. But that's what I'm good at. I'm good at answering questions. I'm good at solving things. So if y'all have any questions, I'll answer them. But I'm finna get off. I got to make food for these kids. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in, and we'll be back. We'll be back later. I'm going to let everybody know before I get on. Because last time I kind of just popped on. This time I gave a little bit of a heads up. So I'm going to do it again next time. But I appreciate y'all. Good night, everybody. Good night.